circle going to be?
I mean, we're leaning towards an MPL circle here, Matt. And again, I love to see him. And again, this comes from obviously the position of not having to play them out anymore. But I still love seeing them. I love seeing circle diversity and other. But the players complain about bad circles sometimes. But you see a lot of players complain about the same circles over and over as well. So absolutely nail on the head. It's always good to see the teams that can adapt best to these weird and wonderful circles. We do actually have Livid coming back into Monty. Caden's going to get the opening knock with a mutant. Rogue status will go down here.
I like this. This is a much more aggressive drop. Rich rolling right up into the position, but it's going to be Mardonis who tries to go for the spray, takes a ton of damage, but does manage to get him down. Looks like he might be trying to go for the flush onto it. Has to be careful as an approach comes up back behind it. Quick flush coming out. And that's going to buy a little bit more space. Honey Badger just crawling and be like, I don't have time to go somewhere safe, man. You just got to get me at this point. Off in the distance. I don't think that Atheris has the angles to go.
Teams Lampalot in the buggy, so he definitely doesn't want to drive through the city there. If he loses a tire, he's almost definitely dead. But Wolf in Graveyard might have an angle as him as he comes past. But I think if anybody falls here, it's Lampalot.
Yeah, he's kind of the tail end of everything that's going on. Shoot to Kill hasn't started the rotation, and I might rotate back down there where Oath's at, but Oath still holding down this point. Looks like they're just trying to collect maybe a couple of kills.
Splitting a little bit here. We got Wooly driving all that. Look how many teams are gravitating to the center, Matt. This is...
Ooh.
And again, you know that... Oh, actually, Wildcard actually getting into her ATC. Penta. You get the flush onto Master Leg now. Winnie going to come up for the repeak. We'll get Penta down. Doesn't manage to confirm the kill point just yet. And there you go. Jazza will spot Winnie out. He should be able to get both of these reses off. Sharpshot and Penta lucky to get away with their lives there. Now we actually have Liberate pulling up onto this. Maybe
Illusion has bumped into Shoot to Kill Alo on their approach. Alo was trying to run back over next to the other Shoot to Kill members. This could get very dangerous very quickly as there's a lot of people from Illusion that are crashing right on top of Shoot to Kill's position. Keep talking about how Shoot to Kill is one of those teams, actually the team that can contest against Sonics right now. A lot of damage coming out as finally we get to see a return knock coming out and a quick flush onto Ranger. So Illusion now has to opt away from this path, but Shoot to Kill caught up in the blue for just a second is going to have to allow Illusion to get ahead of them towards the safe zone.
And yeah, I mean, I'm hoping, Matt. I'm hoping.
Give it to me. PUBG gods, I've wanted one thing so long.
The Livid have vehicles, by the way. Yeah, Steezy gets some good shots over to the west there, but I'm not a huge fan of Tactical 8's position. Going under the bridge here, they can get pinched in pretty hard. There's a lot of spots that can see him, and Dodge's split particularly can punish that quite a lot. But again, where do they really go? They've not got a lot of options coming in from the south.
People to play this far south already, as up towards the north, it's still pretty open, all things considered. So
yeah, they've actually managed to find themselves a shack up there, which isn't the worst thing, but Liberate do have open sightlines down onto them. So
along the hills, taking shots back down at Illusion as they're trying to make this rotation. But here's the problem. Now these teams, as they're looking back onto what's going on with Illusion, are revealing their position. So teams like Duel that was taking shots, here's Atheris, and is now starting to look back up towards Atheris to see if maybe they can go. Lies, I want it all. Give me everything that you can tell me about your experience in dealing with this circle.
Dodger in a great spot. There you go.
All right. So let's see what we've got shaping up here, as a lot of
the bridge position is just, well, actually, to be honest, with Dodge now coming all the way down to the south, maybe it is a bit better now, but I didn't like it when they were getting kind of shot from 3 members of Dodge was all. We do actually have Wildcard. Oh my God. Okay. I was going to say, I thought for a second that Beams was on the same team as the team pulling up to the compound. And then I was like, wait, that's Wildcard. How is Beams there?
All right, so Wildcard T8 caught up in a little bit of a fight back over towards the western part of the safe zone. Back over towards the north, a lot of teams kind of condensing down. This is a pretty long-range skirmish. Most of the teams opting to play on the main part of Miramar. Really only 3 teams opting to go to the main island, trying to use it as a safety play, but bullets continue to cascade down. Back behind T8. They thought that they were safe. Surely nobody is playing the island. Not this game. T8 gets hit from 2 different angles, and it's going to be Wildcard's Pentalol that hits the last shot to finish him out.
I mean, Dodge.
I like it. That's what I want more of. Look at it and be like, okay, maybe maybe it can go this direction. And then really, it's the gamble right now, right? Everybody's playing like they're playing back in Vegas in the day. Shoot, hoping that it's going to work out this angle. We do have Shoot to Kill that's starting to make a push back over, trying to make it towards the safe zone, as a lot of people don't have vehicles. Keep in mind, we still have 43 people alive. It's going to condense back down towards the main island. Fable actually getting away with this. Duel doesn't have the best angle onto it, so somehow Fable is just going to continue along on this push, and looks like they're getting away with this. Oh no, finally one does go down. I was like, nope. And you can see almost like the pedal to the metal of the other ones as they were just sending it back down underneath of the bridge, and it looks like they're surprised nobody's here yet. Whoa. And they're gonna get a little bit of airtime, but gonna get
vehicles to pin in here, so maybe it's a bit more hard cover than just the ridges that are underneath the bridge. But actually Oath up here,
just getting the vehicle
right.
Take the
Oath right on top of Aetheris here, Matt.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the beast right now. Though Oath still looking back over towards Duel, I don't think that they've realized how dangerous it is right below them, and they have to be very, very cautious off of this, using the ramp for a little bit of cover, making sure nobody approaches back behind them. I find it interesting how nobody that's playing this hillside has assumed that anybody's on the other side over on that island yet. Theris kind of looking that direction, but they hear these shots coming out. You can see the ramp that Oath was playing underneath of. Now, how are they going to, the moment they take a shot, they're as good as dead, so they have to be very, very careful.
They do indeed. He's not going to have any idea. Now he actually whiffs the opening spray. Once he hits the prone, will still get the down onto him there. Now Top Dog going to try and get... Actually, he's shot now, so he's giving his position away. So now, I'm not sure exactly... Oh, no. He popped out of ADS. Unfortunately there. Top Dog will get the trade on Sociopath, so...
All right.
A messy fights down here, Matt.
Nowhere to go. Dodge still holding the line. Everybody gets to run into their waiting arms right now. So with this, you can see Free Me Please does go down in the safe zone. Dirty's, what is he going to do from this point? Looks like he's just kind of trapped back behind there. Dodge still looking back towards the angle. Nothing to really work with quite yet. But it's just the remnants of everybody condensing down around Dodge. I'm really curious to see how Dodge is going to try to do anything out of this point. I don't know if they have a ton of vehicles to cascade down this hill point right into where 303 could be waiting.
Yes, Shoot to Kill again down to 2 members. They do have 5 kill points on the board, but we know we're not inside the placement points just yet. So lagging a bit behind with what they need to do for these last 3 matches, as we said earlier. Actually, Oath's going to pick up a flush onto Pat Caps. That's going to leave Poonage and Drassel down at the compound, and you can see on the minimap that's not great news for them because they've got to move already. Not sure what the vehicle situation is just yet. Relo, oh my God, Wooly getting put down by the Mini 14. Tony V maybe going to be able to get his res off, but Relo lands some fantastic shots.
Relo's on the hunt for it and knows the fact that he might be in grenade range now, starting to go ahead and throw them out. Depending on how these bounces go, gonna roll right up onto his feet. Beautiful toss coming out to take Duel out. Good plays coming out from Oath. Now they have to be careful as Exodus starting to make their path right back behind them. They're going to have the sight lines back down on the approaching motorcycle, running off into the distance. Looks like Exodus has decided that the bridge might provide some type of safety for them as well, but it's going to be Fable taking a couple of shots down below it. And don't forget about our boys Dodge all the way across on the other island, taking some long-range shots on everything that's happening.
There's now, you see Oath trying to get this res off. The blue is coming in close, but they want to keep 4 up, try and get some kills on their way into this circle. You see Hardshift's actually putting up above 303's compound. Now, I'm not sure if Hardshift's having an easy push down here. They need to get an open and knock or something. Jason going to cook a nade, throw it into the little red brick there. Not going to do any damage initially, but this is a tough hole for 303 now.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be difficult. They have a lot of people trying to contest back behind them. They have to be careful of everything that's moving on. Dodge does have somebody that's right below them, I believe, inside the water, so it's not really going to be a fight if you keep seeing that's going on. See, Dodge has the bridge, but it's going to be Top Dog down below it, so not going to be able to take any shots. But Dodge, I have to admit, for as long range of this is going on, they're continuing to harass every single team that moves into their line of sight, and they are using this very far position, all the way separated away from everybody, to their advantage just to continually make everybody's life miserable. Come on, do it, circle. We want to go. Oh no, we should have known the fact it was trying to get rid of the water, but that means the fact that there's near on nowhere to play as Hardships are making their push back down. Landoon has had to abandon the building. Jason looks like he knows where he is, doing a little bit of a peekaboo back and forth, and it's going to be Landoon that jumps up trying to get some information. Instead, jumps up and takes a face full of bullets. Another good spray coming out from Hardships are just continuing to dismantle 303 on this push.
Yeah, said it was going to be a tough hold, and you can see Hardships absolutely making the best of a bad situation. Now, D-Rich probably going to try and stick this res onto Voxic, or at least he should. He's actually taking some shots out towards Oath right now and needs to be worrying about what's inside the compound. Try and smoke the front door just to make it a bit safer, but that's not a great smoke, my dude. They're still going to be able to peek you on the stairs.
Oddly enough, Dodge's position, just continuing moving along, all of the terrain that they can use, all the wrecked cars, could provide a lot coming out for them. They're starting to get more and more control over what's happening in the circle. You can see multiple knocks starting to come out for them. Atheris doesn't have a lot of good angles that they can play because Fabled right below the bridge has a good sightline back over towards them. Trying to throw out a couple of smokes. Styles doesn't have a lot of good options, and even if he does, it's going to put him back over here right next to where you can see Relo having to just lay down next to this dead teammate, trying to get a little bit more loot to do something at this point. But looks like he's going to opt into sending it. I don't know how well this is going to work, but whenever you're in a bad situation, what's the worst thing that can happen? He's going to try to send it back over here and is going to narrowly make it over. Run right up next to Voxic, and Voxic is like, what just happened? Relo just runs in and steals this complex.
Yeah, it's actually Voxic. I don't know if he's got a utility to put upstairs there, but Relo's going to manage to make it into the top floor, into the bathroom, and now he's seemingly pretty safe right now. You know, the fight between 303 and Hardships is still going on. You see Maluk fall there. Now, the other three members, I'm not sure why they're still up top. Nobody's stacked with Maluk.
So a lot of these teams, specifically up to the north, are going to have to start making their push in a second. See, it's just trees, a little bit of spattering of coastline that you can play. Not a lot of good options, but it looks like it's starting to kick off just a little bit as 303 does go down. Hardships making the run back down into this point. But Fabled, playing the low ground, no longer going to have sight lines really to contend with. It's just going to be Dodge that has the good vision. Relo hears all of this happening and is trying to figure out exactly what's going on, given the fact that he can really only hear everything. So slowly moving up under this, we can see Hardships starting to get a little bit more control under this point. They're going to have to abandon this. This is not inside the safe zone. They're going to have to cross this road somehow, with allowing Luke to sneak into this point. Nobody has an eye back over towards him. And oh no, Top Dog finally got spotted out, tries to get away from it, but gonna go down. So then, with this circle, at phase 7, there are still 6 teams up and active, but Relo might be going out here in just a second. Has a nice beat back over, gets the down and a flush. Gotta be careful on it. Does get taken down on as Lobes pushes back over, won this. Now very aware that Luke's on this position. Last member up for Hardships. Talked about the fact of how dangerous it's going to be to run through this. Oh. There's nowhere to go, really. Lobes trying to throw in a couple of smokes. Got to be very wary of the Molotovs down at his feet. Wildcard continuing to harass, moving their way up, getting more kills, moving very aggressively to get to a point where nobody's going to be able to move around without having... This is in a terrible point. There's nowhere to really go. There's no cover. There's just the matter of maybe Dodge can distract. But no, it's going to be shots coming out from Lobes onto that, connecting on to Monty to get the down onto him. Keep in mind, there is Fable that's still up underneath of the bridge the whole time that this is going on. Nice shots now coming out from the side. It's going to be a wild card. Everybody from Hardships looking different directions, just trying to secure a little bit more space. But it's just more and more kills stacking up for wild card right now. Dodge, are they going to be able to get to Reno in time? Just narrowly do manage to get away with that one. So Dodge going to hold on to having 3 members as Fabled still up underneath of this bridge. Starting to throw out smokes, but what are you going to do? Wildcard has a death grip on this circle.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nowhere for either of these teams to go, and I think Dodge should play to hold Fabled here. Fabled, that's Supernova is going to get open knock onto Penta. Reno will put Tanaka down. There you go. Reno will find a second as well, so Fabled will go out in 3rd place. Dodge now, just 2 on their feet. Finn is down already. Reno has to stick a kit. He's going to go down to the blue, so just a 1v4 for Monty here.
Wildcard's trying to retreat back, maybe try to go for the res, so it's forced everything back over towards Keenan. Keenan doesn't have the best sight line down this hill. Finna slowly crawling along, trying to feed information back over towards his teammates, call out anything that's moving so that way maybe they can get some type of play off of it. Wildcard with their 3 members up, do manage to get Pentalol back up and active with his 6 kills. Sharp shot. We know that this guy can hit some amazing shots at any given point. Him and Pentalol have a rock to play pretty close back over towards the center. So Monty, what can you do at this point? You're the last one up for your team, and Wildcard is just setting up a defensive line, waiting to find the angle for it. I think that Sharp Shot's approach might be the thing that spooks Monty into having to move. Does get vision on it, and there you go. Wildcard, we were talking about they need some big games. 15 kills and a round victory is gonna be it.
Yeah,